Tisha, this past Sunday, you were featured on TV1's Uncensored series where you were raw, honest, and real.
Martin called me the day after I separated to just, I felt, completely exposed.
Nobody expected this. Just when it looked like Duane Martin was finally moving on, rebuilding his life and finding love again, everything came crashing down. The engagement that had people talking, celebrating, and even defending him, it's over. Completely broken off. And the reason why has Hollywood whispering again. Because Tisha Campbell didn't stay quiet. She didn't sugarcoat it. She didn't protect his image anymore.
We're winging it, just like everybody.
Jokes, lots of jokes.
Laughing at one another.
She exposed secrets that Duane thought were buried forever. And once those words hit the public, there was no turning back. What makes this story hit harder isn't just the broken engagement, it's the timing, it's the history, it's the years of silence that suddenly turned into truth. People are asking the same question everywhere. Was Duane ever really the man he claimed to be? Or was Tisha protecting him for decades while losing herself in the process? Because once she spoke up, the picture changed fast, and the woman Duane planned to marry reportedly didn't like what she heard. Not at all. So, how did we get here? How did a Hollywood marriage that lasted over 20 years end in accusations, restraining orders, and now a canceled engagement? And why did Tisha—
Light liquor, because then Duane won't see how much you drinking during the night. He thinks it's water.
Really?
His words carry so much weight that they ended his future plans overnight. Let's talk about it, because this isn't just celebrity gossip. This is about love, betrayal, survival, and what happens when the truth finally gets tired of hiding. Duane Martin and Tisha Campbell weren't just another Hollywood couple. Back in the day, they were goals. They met in the early 90s, both rising stars, both hungry, both believing in forever.
Mostly when I talked about me being raped, it was for people who would pay attention to their children.
Tisha was already a household name, especially after her breakout roles and her chemistry with Martin Lawrence that lit up TV screens. Duane had charm, confidence, and a smooth presence that made people trust him instantly. Together, they looked unstoppable. They married in 1996, and for a long time, the public believed they beat the Hollywood odds. While other celebrity marriages collapsed after a few years, Duane and Tisha stayed together. They built a family. They had 2 sons. They showed up to events smiling, holding hands, playing their roles perfectly. But behind closed doors, things weren't as peaceful as they seemed. Tisha carried a lot on her shoulders. From a young age, she had been the breadwinner in her family. Responsibility wasn't new to her. She worked hard, nonstop, often putting her own needs last. And according to her, that pattern didn't change in her marriage. Over time, she says, the relationship became heavy, confusing, and emotionally draining. Still, she stayed. For love, for family, for stability, or maybe for the hope that things would eventually get better. But here's the twist nobody expected back then. While Tisha was working, trusting, and trying to hold the family together, cracks were forming that would later turn into explosions. Financial problems surfaced.
And when I introduced them, that was one of the worst things I ever did.
In 2016, the couple filed for bankruptcy, reportedly millions in debt. And that's when trust started to crumble fast. Tisha later accused Duane of hiding money during that time, something that shook her deeply. Because for her, that wasn't just about finances, that was betrayal. By the time their divorce became public, the tone changed completely. This wasn't a quiet separation. This was pain spilling into courtrooms, interviews, and eventually the public eye. And once Tisha finally spoke her truth, it became clear this marriage had been hurting her for a long time.
Right now, I'm so proud of you.
Because we got to stick together.
After the divorce was finalized in 2020, Duane tried to move forward. He kept a lower profile at first, staying quiet while Tisha slowly reclaimed her voice. She spoke about healing, rediscovering herself, and finding happiness again. Fans watched her glow differently, stronger, lighter, free. Meanwhile, Duane stayed mostly silent, letting the years pass, hoping the noise would fade. Then came the engagement. When news broke that Duane Martin was engaged again, reactions were mixed. Some people wished him well, believing everyone deserves another chance at love. Others raised eyebrows, especially longtime fans of Tisha who felt her story had never fully been acknowledged. And then, Tisha spoke again.
In the table read, when I turned to him and I said, I got hit with the Novocaine. And he goes, right? I would get a high off.
This time, she didn't hold back. What nobody expected was how deeply her words would cut. Tisha opened up about things she had stayed quiet about for years. She talked about emotional manipulation, about feeling used financially, about behaviors that didn't match the public image Duane presented. And perhaps most damaging of all, she spoke about trust, or the lack of it in their marriage.
And he kept saying, oh, I'm officially out of the fan club.
She didn't just paint him as a bad husband. She painted a picture of a man living one life in public and another in private. She hinted at secrets that affected not just her, but their entire family. And once those statements started circulating, people started connecting dots they had ignored for years. The engagement didn't survive that storm. According to sources close to the situation, Duane's fiancé was deeply disturbed after hearing Tisha's claims. Imagine planning a future with someone only to suddenly hear detailed stories from the woman who spent over 2 decades with him. Stories about hidden money, controlling behavior, and emotional damage. That's not easy to brush off. That's not gossip you ignore. And that's where things fell apart. The engagement was quietly called off. No big announcement, no public explanation, just silence. But silence speaks loud in Hollywood, and everyone knew exactly why this happened. Tisha's truth didn't just reopen old wounds, it destroyed Duane's attempt at a fresh start. For Duane, this wasn't just a breakup, it was a reputation hit. Once again, his past caught up with him, and the timing made it worse, because while Tisha was thriving, embracing her freedom and being praised for her honesty, Duane was facing the consequences of things he never fully addressed. People started asking uncomfortable questions. Why did Tisha stay silent for so long? What else hasn't been said yet? And if these things are true, how many times did Duane benefit from her silence? But here's the thing that makes this story even heavier. Tisha didn't speak out of bitterness. She spoke from healing. Her tone wasn't revenge, it was release. She made it clear she was happier than she had ever been, not because Duane was gone, but because she finally chose herself. She talked about rediscovering who she was outside of marriage, outside of survival mode, outside of carrying everyone else's weight, and that's what made her words powerful. She wasn't trying to destroy him, she was done protecting him, and that shift changes everything. For their sons, this situation is complicated. Public drama always is, but Tisha has been clear about one thing: her children are her priority. She's spoken about motherhood with pride, about raising strong, emotionally aware young men who understand respect and accountability. And many fans believe that's part of why she finally told her story, because silence teaches nothing, truth does. As for Duane, his future is uncertain. Broken engagements don't heal easily when they're tied to unresolved pasts. He now has to face not only public opinion, but his own history, because no matter how much time passes, avoided truths always find a way back, and Hollywood is watching closely. Some people believe Duane will eventually speak out, deny everything, and try to control the narrative. Others think he'll stay quiet, hoping the noise fades again. But one thing is clear: Tisha Campbell is no longer carrying his secrets, and once that door opened, it couldn't be closed again. This story isn't about picking sides, it's about understanding what happens when one person carries a relationship for too long. It's about how silence can protect someone else while destroying you slowly. And it's about the power of finally saying, "This was my reality." In the end, the broken engagement is just a symbol of what happens when the past is ignored instead of healed. Duane tried to move forward without looking back. Tisha looked back, learned, healed, and walked forward without fear, and that difference changed everything. So the question now is simple. Will Duane ever fully address what Tisha exposed, or will these secrets continue to follow him into every future relationship? Because one thing is certain, the truth doesn't need revenge, it just needs air, and once it gets it, nothing stays the same. Let me know what you think. Was Tisha right to finally speak up, or should the past have stayed buried? The comments are about to be interesting.